Welcome. Glad to have you with us. Glad to be with you. 7 minutes after the hour. Listen, I'm not alone. It may seem that way because Larry Wayland is with me, but no.
Ouch.
Stick around. I want to be alone. Larry Wayland is with us from Modern Arms.
At the Brown Station location. Good morning,
you
Gary.
damn well betcha. How are you?
I'm almost perfect.
Oh, no, you're not. You brought in a shotgun that I am looking at and thinking, oh, my God, I want that. But then you won't give it to me.
I will sell it to you.
It's my wife's birthday coming
Happy
up.
birthday, Gwen.
So you could give it to me and I'll pass it on to her.
We could sell you one. Yeah, that'd be great. Come on by. We'll do some paperwork.
You parsimonious. Representative Cherie Rice on board with us this morning.
Good morning, Gary. Great to be here. It's been a while.
Yeah, Second Amendment supporter. And Ellis Bennis, a.k.a. Built Boy.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Oh, you're not even going to turn Ellis's mic on?
Oh, I don't even get to... there we go.
there you
Okay,
are.
now
Good
I get to
morning.
talk.
Good morning, Ellis.
Okay.
Who trained that guy?
He calls me
in there
Belt
anyway?
Boy and then just shuts it up. I didn't know... I said this before. I didn't know nearing 40 I'd be called Boy again. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain.
It's a Belt Boy. It's not like, hey, boy.
Yeah.
That's how when my father would get mad at me.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
That's when you
Boy,
knew.
you knew you were in trouble.
Oh, no.
I want to tell you that was... 874-9390. The toll-free number is 800-529-5572. And if I were on the ball, really on the ball, I would have brought up the telephone screener so that I could know what's going on the phone lines. But we do have phone lines, and we have Ron Calzone with us, MoFirst.org, and the reason, of course, that I woke him up at O'Dark, I probably didn't wake him up, right?
Right.
We sat around and talked about, should I give him a text message? Will that wake him up? And everybody said, are you kidding? He's probably been up for hours. Because he's a go-getter, and he is on the line with us. Ron Calzone, MoFirst.org. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I actually have checked cattle already and getting ready.
See, I told you, Gary. I told you you had cattle.
Oh, come on. What have you ever seen a checked cattle, a checked cow? No.
Yes.
Cows do not have check marks on them. I don't know what he's talking. He's making it up as he goes along. Ron, good morning.
Well, in fairness, I didn't have to go very far because I flew my drone over a couple hundred acres and checked cattle.
Nice. The modern farmer.
Brilliant.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's not modern. It's lazy. You should be getting up and, tell the wife, make the coffee. I'll be back in a while.
If I could interrupt,
Wait a second.
All that hay, so.
Wait a second.
if I could interrupt, I'm sorry to do this, but you introduced him as Ron Calzone. That's incorrect.
Oh, that's right. I'm not pronouncing his last name. Can you help me with the
I
pronunciation?
sure can. Yeah.
Calzone. Calzone. You do want to stress on the O. Calzone, calzone, calzone.
Okay, you got that?
Ron Cazzone.
It's breakfast time. Let's not be talking that way.
I'm sure we can make a cazzone with bacon and eggs in it or something and cheese. But that's not why.
Hey, maybe that sounds okay. Yeah.
It doesn't sound bad, does it?
Yeah.
All right, listen. Before we have too much fun, we really should talk guns. The Second Amendment Preservation Act, it was challenged in court. You were there. You've been shepherding this thing along. And apparently a decision has been rendered. Do tell.
Yes.
Well, it should be a little bit longer than one. I already announced that a decision had been rendered.
It's good to bring on the experts. Yeah.
This is radio. We need extra talking.
I wasn't looking for confirmation. We knew the decision was made.
When your name's Calzone, the problem is that a lot of the communication you do just doesn't work on radio.
And besides, I didn't have the crickets ready.
Right now, he's communicating something with Signal, but you got to use more than one finger, Ron. All right, Ron, what was the decision? What did the judge say, and did he give an explanation for his decision?
Well, the fortunate thing is that Judge Green did support our position on the Second Amendment Preservation Act, but he did not give a lot of rationale for it. And so he did issue, if you remember, last Thursday, a week ago, this Thursday, was the first and only trial or hearing on this lawsuit. And at issue was the plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction and the state's motion for a judgment on the pleadings. So had the city of St. Louis and St. Louis County and Jackson County and Kansas City, had they won, then the judge would have simply put an injunction on the enforcement of the provisions of House Bill 85. And the case would have proceeded, and they would have gone more into the case would have considered more of the details and the merits of their arguments. But at the same time, the Attorney General had a motion for a judgment on the pleadings. And so that means that the initial claims that were made by both parties were all that would be considered by the judge in their initial pleadings. And that judgment would be dispository. In other words, if the judge found in favor of the Attorney General and thereby the General Assembly and their passage of the bill, then the case is over. And of course it's appealable, but it's over at the circuit court level. And so the judge found against their motion for preliminary injunction and for the AG's motion for judgment on the pleadings. So that is a complete victory at this stage of the lawsuit. What's disappointing about it is that he did not really delve into the merits of the case. So the cities of St. Louis, Kansas City, the counties, they were claiming a number of things, including that the Second Amendment Preservation Act violates the U.S. Constitution's Supremacy Clause. And the judge didn't comment on that.
But they really don't have standing for that, do they? I mean,
they don't. I mean, that's the position that I would take. I think Dave Rowland agrees with that. The AG was making that argument, and but he didn't really address that, and that's somewhat disappointing. Although I think that had he countenanced that argument, I think that he could have included that. So you have to read between the lines sometimes and guess what judges are thinking. But the bottom line is that all of this is going to be decided on the appellate level, and this case should go directly to the Missouri Supreme Court.
All right. So what we got is the what, but not the why.
It's more or less, that's correct. Now, what Judge Green did say, and I'm looking at the opinion right now. Let's find it real quick.
Well, you're looking at that. I'm going to fondle a firearm that Larry brought in.
Ron, this is Cherie. I just wanted to give you a shout out. You have walked the halls of the Capitol for years and years on this SEPA bill. I want to thank Representative Jared Taylor for sponsoring it. And you've just been there the whole time and worked hard. And thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate that. Jared has been a rock through this thing. He has been uncompromising. He insisted on a bill that actually had teeth. And I think one of the takeaways from this whole lawsuit is that of the SEPA light bills, I call them, that were passed by legislatures before we managed to get ours across the line this last session, to my knowledge, this is the only one that's being challenged legally. This is the only one that's got the ATF and the DOJ concerned. And the reason is because Jared Taylor and Eric Burleson, Senator Burleson, they held their ground and they made sure that this actually accomplished something. It actually does something. And unlike what some of the critics said, it's not just a political statement. This bill really protects your right to bear arms. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in court like it is.
Can you tell us, is Missouri being an example by other states? Are they looking at our SEPA bill to follow?
I happen to know that there are other states that are looking at ours and using it almost like a boilerplate.
Good.
And that's why it was so good that we got this opinion. I'm sure that other states are looking to see how it gets treated in the courts.
No, I think that's exactly right. In fact, they really already have used our language as a boilerplate. But the states that actually passed something last session, they watered it down. So they gave in where Jared Taylor wouldn't give in, as an example. And part of the reason is because they were, rattling these sabers. The opposition would say things like it violates the supremacy clause or the sky would fall or whatever. And, that is, this is the first, however small it is, vindication of the legality and the constitutionality of this bill. And yes, I think it's going to help other states do the same thing. And the reason that's important is the more states that pass a SEPA, a truly meaningful SEPA, the more secure we are. Because as you have said, Gary, to your credit all along, and this is absolutely true and absolutely important to underscore, is that we can, as a state, tell state agencies how they can use their resources, but we can't dictate that to federal agencies. So if the ATF wants to come in on their own and enforce a federal gun control law, SEPA doesn't stop them from doing that. Now, your sheriff might have some things he can do, but SEPA doesn't obligate your sheriff to do those things. So the more states that do this, the more secure we are. We don't want the feds to be able to concentrate all of their resources on one state.
So maybe the Biden administration has to make a choice. Do we spend multi-millions of dollars hiring more IRS agents, or do we hire more ATF agents, or do we split that in half? Who knows what they're going to do. Ron, thank you so much for shepherding this through. Thank you for being available for us to explain everything that's been going on as it's happened. MoFirst.org. Great way to find out what's going on in Jeff City. Keep people like Cherie Reich and all the others in line.
That's right. He does a good job. We talk on quite often.
He's the best kind of tattletale.
I've got to say, that's not difficult to keep Cherie in line because she's already got her head screwed on so straight.
Thank you, Ron.
All right. You guys can heap praise on me now. Go ahead. All right.
Keep up the good work, Gary.
Let's see.
Calzone.
Calzone.
Ron, thank you. Thank you for coming on with such short notice. Appreciate it.
Always happy to help.
All right, buddy. Take care. Glad to have you on Gary on Guns on Hot Talk 93.9 Eagle. Hey, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Glad to be with you. Ellis Bennis on board with us. It is superbelt.com. Cherie Tolson-Rice on board, Second Amendment supporter and member of the State House. Good morning. And then Larry Wayland is with us from Modern Arms.
At the Brown Station location.
Who has brought in two firearms that are really impressive. The trigger pull on that pistol, I did not expect it to be that.
I'm really happy with this product. I mean, we've seen some that didn't have this nice a trigger in the same. Yeah, so I'm super stoked about that value.
You know, my preference for the 1911 is almost solely based on trigger pull.
Yeah.
Because I hate a long stage. This thing was really, really nice.
Nice.
We can't wait till
We've
about a
got
half an hour.
papers.
My wife's birthday is coming
Happy
up.
birthday, Gwen.
You
Almost.
could give her a nice gift. I would bring it home to her. You don't have to worry about me.
We'll have you stop by and fill out some paperwork. We'll go past the register. We'll make it all work.
I gotta go past the register.
We'll go past the register.
No matter what.
I mean, we'll go right to the register. Yeah. Spend a little time there, and then we can send it home. Yeah.
Do I get the Gary Nolan discount?
Not right past it, but just right to the register. We'll just leap to the register.
Do I get the Gary Nolan discount?
Oh goodness, you don't want the Scott Van Kirk discount.
I can't afford that.
But Gary, if you buy a firearm, you get to ring the bell.
You get to ring the bell.
That's the best discount ever is to ring the bell.
I'd rig his bell.
$85 value we made up one day. Get to ring the bell.
So, and then I get how are we doing for ammo?
Ammo is still a challenge, but it's getting better. Just over the past 90 days, the firearms, the hardware, the guns themselves have really come back into inventory. Across all of our distributors, there's so much more available now than there was 120 days ago. It's a wonderful world to be in because we can resupply, we can buy more and put them back on the shelf, which we hadn't been able to do for in excess of a year. So the hardware's there. Ammo's getting better. We do have 9mm available on the shelf today, which I haven't been able to say for a while. but we're going to round the corner on ammo soonish. I don't know. The executive order out of the White House just recently that did an import ban on all Russian-made ammunition is going to add another fold into that because a lot of that common caliber ammunition is imported from Russia.
A lot of people don't know the percent. You want to take a stab at what percent of our ammunition is made in Russia?
30.
I was going to say 30.
30?
I would have guessed 20.
40.
No.
Wow.
Whoa.
40%.
No, wait a
Twice as
minute.
wrong.
Does that ban mean only we're not allowed to buy Russian ammo?
Well-
Is the federal government still allowed to buy Russian ammo
Well, actually,
to use against us?
Russia.
so I don't want to cast aspersions on the administration, but it appears to me
Don't?
I'll be happy to.
it occurs to me that what we're going to do is we're going to arm the hell out of these radical Muslims in Afghanistan, but we're going to disarm Americans.
They're trying.
Does that seem like
That seems like, that's what's happening.
That's what's happening?
Yeah.
Biden told us we needed nukes and aircraft, right?
Yeah.
So he left some of that there for them, but he wants to take it away from us.
Yeah. That's, if...
So if you know a good used F-15, let me know. I'm in the market.
Yeah, we do need those. That's right.
I don't want to, turn this into the weekday show, but the truth is, they apparently have more of our attack helicopters than Australia does.
Yeah.
They've got, and they are in control, really, of Pakistan. And you know what Pakistan has?
Nuclear
Nuclear
weapons.
weapons.
Yeah.
So, who would you rather take over? The constitutionalists or the radical Islamists? I don't know. It doesn't seem like a tough choice to me.
Yeah.
But literally 40%,
40% of domestic ammo comes from Russia.
comes from Russia.
So ammo will get back into balance at some point, but that import ban is going to have some lingering effects as to how quick we're going to see.
Well, and if we could look at one bright side, one good thing about that is through all of this, American manufacturers are stepping up, right? Like
Yeah,
they're trying to fill that demand. So
it's just a slow
process.
response.
Yeah.
You just can't. Yeah.
Gary, we've talked at the state level. We have some gun manufacturers here in Missouri, but we need more ammunition manufacturers. We need to be self-sufficient. We shouldn't be importing our ammo from Russia, of all places. But we just need to be self-sufficient here.
As long as we can make it at a competitive price, the marketplace will provide.
Yeah.
But I think banning 40% of our imports
that's amazing.
is really going to do a lot to drive up the price. And I think that's actually what the administration wants.
Yep.
If they wanted to punish Russia, they would have said, that oil line that you're sending to Germany? No.
No.
All right. Up against the clock, we're going to come back and talk about the federal government and all the things to do with guns. On Carry On Guns. Hot Talk 93.9 Eagle. 35 minutes after the hour, and I want you all to know that none of us would have a career if the mics were on during the breaks.
I think I left them up.
Every one of us would be unemployed and unemployable. That includes Larry Wayland from Modern Arms,
At the Brown Station location.
Cherie Tolson-Reich.
Hey there.
From the state legislature. She is a Second Amendment supporter. And then
Nice.
Belt Boy.
We didn't even practice that. That was fantastic. Thank you, Brian. Best engineer in the business.
Ellis Bennett.
Belt boy.
Yeah, Belt Boy. I got some audio I could play that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, again, I'm never talking like I will always lean away from the microphone from now on if I'm saying something. Oh, because Gary is
I got some Gary
recording.
audio.
Yeah, I learned this trick from Brian.
I got to bribe Brian.
But this is the Super Belt. And in fact, I'm wearing a Super Belt right now, and I'm going to be changing clothes here in a while. I'll be putting on a suit. I got a Super Belt for my dress suit. because you make them in different styles. You're also making dog collars.
That's
now.
right, the super collar.
Yeah,
Nobody's grosser or harder on our thing than a dog. I mean, we are pretty gross as humans, but dogs.
Scott Van Kirk.
Exactly, he needs one.
Well,
I've got
but
his with the studding around it for his collar.
This has nothing to do with the dog.
I'm not here to cast dispersion on Scott's personal choices.
I think he said he was listening.
Going to call in.
Yeah, I think we're all in trouble.
He's driving up north, I think, right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think he can listen to us. Thank goodness.
Well, we're safe for a week. Anyway, after that,
Podcast up on Monday.
after that, keep your eye out. Watch behind you. All right. So the super belt. I have for years found that when I get a nice belt that is designed, and in fact, I can remember buying one that was literally, they said, if you're a concealed carry holder and you use this waist holster, this is the belt because it will last forever. Mm-hmm. It didn't.
Nope.
But these belts, I can't make a dent. Usually, if you wear a belt long enough, the loop that you usually use develops a great big, it starts to stretch and rip.
Yep.
These belts just don't. They're indestructible. They're made out of something, I don't even know what the hell they're made out of.
So this is the oldest super belt. This is the first one I made, and you can barely tell. And I've been wearing this every day for 7 years. I'm actually wearing a brown one for once.
Jesus, that's a long belt. How fat are you?
Oh, snap.
Jeez.
I'm on the third to last hole.
I could wrap that around a Buick, for Christ's sake.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing. You're not gonna see the wear. The holes aren't gonna tear out, and leather is great for a lot of stuff. It sucks for belts. Leather is skin. It's made to absorb moisture and stretch. That's great for skin. Terrible for the belt that you put around your waist. And there's no stitching. It's an American-made material, so you're not having to worry about 40% of it being imported from Russia. And, and you don't have to worry about our manufacturer getting cut off. So we manufacture everything right here in the U.S. I've got a really cool, I only put this on social media, but I've got an awesome matte black buckle. I've only got 10 of these because they're American-made, and everybody's so backed up. I was on a waiting list for 2 months, so those aren't even on the website. Check out my social media. We've got those posted because they're sick-looking buckles. But yeah, you're never gonna have to replace it. Lifetime warranty for guns. I carry a 1911. We've talked about that before with 2 spare mags. That's like 40 pounds of hardware. And it does not roll.
It takes a strong belt to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that with the Walmart belt. And we've said before, don't put a $1,000 gun and $1,000 of hardware on a $5 belt you buy from Walmart. That's not safe. All the practice time you put in, make sure you put a quality belt around your waist. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Belt boy.
And then there's that other part of it that really was what sold me on the belt.
Oh, yeah. So it is an antimicrobial material. You don't think about, again, that absorb moisture aspect to leather and your dog collars. All of the places where you wear your belt, all of the germs that you pick up from there, you just take them right home. You wash your shirt, you wash your pants, you wash, and then you just hang the belt right back up, right? And you never think about all of that stuff is absorbed right in. A little bit of splashback if it touches the ground in the bathroom. All that's coming home with you.
So, yeah. Suddenly, when you look at it,
so gross.
I want a bleachable belt.
Yeah, that's right. And here it is, bleachable belt.
Yeah.
You can soak this stuff in bleach. You cannot hurt it. I literally spray them down with bleach every time. I make one, I spray it down with bleach, wipe it down, put it in the package, send it to the customer.
Nice.
That way, it's totally clean of all of my Missouri germs.
And you have a display for stuff like that?
I am working on it. So the handsome gentleman across from me, I should specify Larry. Oh, not Gary.
It seemed very obvious to me.
There goes the mic.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have lost
Bellboy had to leave.
Yes.
It seemed really obvious to
I
me
just
who
got
you were
kicked out
talking
of the
about.
Bat Cave. Oh, that was great. So yeah, I'm working with Larry. We will hopefully be able to have him in his store where you can come check him out.
Come by and see a sample and place your order on the website.
Hell, I'll just send him home with these two right here. So
There you
that way you'll have something to show off. So.
But they are really, really remarkable.
Thank you very much.
Is that his Elvis? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My mom wanted to name me Elvis. She was we have been to Graceland. We've been to all the places. She wanted to name
she
me
an Elvis
Elvis.
fan, really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she said if she had her way, my last name would have been Presley in a heartbeat. So yeah, she was a big.
What did she mean by that?
I tell you, I'm already disowning him.
Yeah. She had the TCB. Do you remember his taking care of business thing? That was her. She had them all over the place. Still does.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, boy!
Expecting Elvis, instead he got Belt Boy.
Instead of the king, you got the prince.
That's
Lord.
great. All right.
Thanks, Brian.
So you brought in 3 firearms. We're going to go over those in about 20 minutes, and we'll see what's up with the other firearms. And they're all really. I wanted to see this the second. Yeah, that
This one in both halves. I'll give you half of it.
do I make the other payment? I get the other half.
Yeah.
50%, 50%.
That's right. Make a payment. You can get any of them.
So what caliber is that, Larry?
That's in 9mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you
That's
got
fun- that's
no
gonna-
idea
that's gonna
what's
be
coming
fun
up at
stuff.
the top of the hour,
Yeah.
but this stuff is really, really neat. And we'll chat about that in a few minutes. CNN, something has to be done. After decades of near silence from the CDC, the agency's director is speaking up against gun violence.
So really, the issue is violence. Is that what I heard there?
No,
It focuses on the
no,
violence.
no.
The
It's-
criminal acts that
it's-
we're going to prosecute people for.
You know, you're a purveyor of these violent.
I know.
These violent.
There's
things.
a number of them right here in the room, and
know.
we're all really doing well.
I have not been shot
I
yet
am
by one of these guns laying on the
am
ground.
scared spitless about what one of these things might do.
Yep.
So the CDC's come out on violence.
The last sitting CDC director to make a strong public statement about gun violence was Dr. David Satcher, who served in the position from 1993 to 1998. The National Rifle Association, a lobbying force in Washington, and fearing congressional budget cuts under NRA pressure, he dropped it. You know, they make it sound as though the NRA is the great evil.
The NRA is the American public standing up for its rights.
Its
Amen.
That's
members.
exactly what it is.
Yes.
The NRA isn't Wayne LaPierre.
No.
It's all of us. I assume all of us in this room probably, and millions more, who pay their dues because the NRA does the represents them.
Yes.
It is us.
Yep.
And
And let's be honest, it shouldn't have to exist.
Oh,
the
exactly.
NRA should not have to exist.
Yeah.
This should be. What? How much clearer did they need to be when they said inalienable rights? Like
Shall
it
not be
shall not be infringed. Like that should have been the end of it. The NRA shouldn't need to exist.
I'm
but
sorry,
they do.
what did you mean by that?
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's
really-
malicious anyway.
Could you tell me what is?
Yeah. He could do the weekday show. He is really close
Sorry.
to doing the weekday
I'm one
show.
monster deep already. So.
Hang on, as we're going to talk more about guns on Gary on Guns on Hot Talk 93.9 Eagle. Oh, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Glad to be with you. Ellis playing around with somebody's firearm here. Man, that is nice. I'm telling you, people, you got to be listening after the news at the top of the hour, because I'm telling you, Larry Wayland, he has gone above and beyond with what he brought in today.
Brought in some cool stuff.
Yeah, usually it's just Larry, and that's not so cool. But boy, this time. Oh, this time. Cherie Tolson-Rice on board with us this morning, State Representative, Second Amendment supporter.
Glad to be here, Gary.
You betcha you are.
I really am. I'm not just saying that.
You are.
Oh, I don't know what's in the coffee here today, but it ain't right. And then from Larry Wayland from Modern Arms.
At the Brown Station location.
Brought in. Oh, boy.
Stereo.
That's good, man. That's good
All
at
right.
that.
Cherie, is there any legislation? Have you heard anything from anybody, good or bad, about legislation coming up on the Second Amendment in Missouri? Or is everything pretty much asleep now? Everything is done.
So we don't go back into session till January, and we can't even pre-file bills till December. So currently I have not heard of anything. That doesn't mean there's not going to be anything. Jared Taylor has been always taking the lead on the Second Amendment bills, and this SEPA bill, was years in the making. And we felt it got held hostage until some other legislation could get passed. And so we were pretty upset about that, but it did get across the finish line. The governor signed it into law. So I'm going to keep my ears to the ground, and I'll let you know as soon as I hear anything coming down the pike.
Sometimes you guys talk. I'm sure you guys talk, because I know that You and I are friends with several other state legislators. Anybody saying, when it's time to pre-file, I'm going to introduce something that's, pro-firearm?
We have.
You don't have to give me names.
No, I won't. So, we get together, and part of my thing is when I came in as a freshman, I had an idea of a bill, and so did two others. And so we filed 3 almost identical bills. And then I realized, hey, we need better communication. Let's not duplicate these good ideas and good legislation. So we try to talk amongst ourselves and as a group to try to avoid that.
And is there anything in the works that we should know about? You get together and talk to Chuck Basie and you go, hey, we could maybe fix this or...
Yeah, Chuck Basie and Representative Sarah Walsh and we work great as a team, all big Second Amendment supporters. And, there's a lot going on. Now, my forte is election reforms. I'm on the elections committee, but I also sit on Representative Chuck Basie chairs the education committee. And so,
All right. Now, I beg you guys to give me a minute here because I am going to stray. Let's talk a little bit about education in the state of Missouri. And I know it's not what we're here for, but this 1619 project and all of that is making me crazy.
Me too, and the CRT and everything else.
Critical race theory.
So the governor has said he's not going to call us in for a special session, and we don't have enough. You have to have 75% to vote ourselves in. But I think this is one of the critical issues. It's in schools in Missouri now, and it's just getting worse. It's so bad to pit one race against another or make you feel bad because of the color of your skin or that you're racist. And so I know some bills will be filed on that to ban it.
My weekday show, we cover a lot of this ground. And what I'm seeing is just terrifying me in these schools.
Homeschool.
Yes, sir.
I've been preaching that.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you really?
More.
I am blessed of God so much so. My wife and I, we always decided she was going to be a stay-at-home mom. That's what we worked for. We always pretended anytime she did work, we didn't make any of that money. And I am so blessed that she's willing to stay home. We've got 3 school age right now, and we have a 1-year-old that she still corrals while homeschooling those 3. So I'm very blessed.
See, I think people have this vision. And ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me. I know we should be doing guns, and we will. But one of the things that I think is a misconception on the part of parents whose children are in public schools is that if they homeschool, they will have to sit them down like they're at a desk in a classroom.
Right.
But that's not really what happens.
Not even close.
You go to the store and it becomes an education experience.
Exactly right. Or we go milk goats and we take care of chickens and we go to parks.
I mean, there's a mathematical equation here. How much milk are we getting? What'll happen if we take away? And then here's how you make change. You're constantly... And here's how we got here. One time in American history, this happened, and now we enjoy that. It's a constant learning experience, and I think that's the way children really learn best.
Well, it's how they did learn for our entire history of the world. People keep forgetting that the last 100 years of the human existence is completely foreign to all ancestors we've ever had. This concept of shoving kids all by the age all in one schoolroom did not exist 200 years ago.
And there's a bonding experience, I think, that happens.
100%.
Well, that's another one of the things they want to break up is the nuclear family. That's part of a left-wing agenda is to disband the nuclear family. But it's the foundation on which our country was built.
I think parents are missing the boat. Ron Paul, the reason I go to Ron Paul is he is one of the reasons I became a libertarian. And he has a homeschooling project. It's not an expensive venture. You talk about private schools, you're looking at thousands of dollars. It's nothing like that at all.
We did that too.
You end up paying,
the resources are available and they're affordable. Absolutely.
Affordable or free. I mean, if you can't get much more affordable than that.
YouTube.
Hillsdale College has some
Which college? I laughed over
I'm
you.
sorry, Hillsdale.
Hillsdale
has,
College,
has a
okay.
free, I believe, Constitution class online
Yes.
that you can
Anybody
access.
can take.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So there are all kinds of opportunities out there. Get your kids out of public school.
Yeah.
Because
This is very near and dear to my heart.
Because
Very near and dear.
they're going to teach your kids, in spite of the fact that we have hundreds of years of biology classes and that we understand gender, that there are two, male and female. They're going to start injecting them with. There's 100 different.
It's the
genders.
science.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
they
and-
don't look at science there. That's right.
No.
Only if
we ignore that one.
only if
They're
it forwards
promoting
an
that.
agenda.
They're promoting
Yeah.
gun control. They're anti-religion, and they're promoting global warming. Brian, what was that stunning article you pointed to this
Yeah.
morning? I can't believe this.
It just
Listen-
just blew me out of the chair.
All right, listen to this. This is so absurd. So incredibly absurd. Go ahead. Tell them what they found, Brian.
Well, the headline, this is just...
I don't.
stud-
It
okay,
can't
listen.
possibly be.
Study finds sun may be leading cause of global warming.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
You mean that giant thermonuclear
Burning.
continual explosion that's going on there
Yeah.
gives off heat?
I couldn't believe it either.
that's a no.
Weird. And
Something must be done.
probably not at a
I
consistent
trust
rate.
the science
It's
on
probably
that.
my SUV causing that.
Yeah. That's why it's warming on Mars. All right, we're going to talk guns. We're getting back to it with Modern Arms.
At the Brown State.
Oh, yeah. I am here. What is that? On? Off? What?
Yeah, it's kind of like wax on, wax off.
Breathe
Okay,
in.
I think I got
Breathe
it.
out.
You got it?
You got the ON-OFF switch over there.
I got another couple of words for you, too. But the mics will be in the off. Larry Wayland is on board from
Modern Arms at the Brown Station
location. Yeah. Well, if we don't have that down pat. Cherie Rice on board, state representative and a Second Amendment supporter. Good morning, Cherie. And
I'm from the government and I'm here to help. But when I say it, I mean it.
oh boy, I'm glad we're armed up to the teeth here.
Yeah. Scariest words ever.
Yeah. And Belt Boy is on board with us. The Super Belt.
Oh, man.
You go to thesuperbelt.com.
Yes, sir.
I got the belt. I love the belt. I do. I even talk about. I've had him on the national show because we got no standards there at all.
Don't have any here either.
Clearly, it's I'm a producer. Make sure that. All right. So if you want, I'm telling you, this is a belt that is virtually indestructible. I don't know what the hell. You know, I've known you now for about almost a year, and you never told. What is it made out of?
So I can't completely divulge everything, but essentially it's a nylon webbing with a polymer strap that goes over top of it. So zero animal product. It's all manufactured. So the way I like to describe it is picture you took a nylon strap that you would ratchet strap something down in your truck, and then you cover that in an even stronger polymer material that's completely waterproof and antimicrobial. And it's just you've got the super
Yeah,
belt.
I mean,
It's
I'm telling you,
indestructible.
it is the most incredible belt. If you're a concealed carry permit holder, you want that belt.
Absolutely.
Even if you're not,
If you
want
wear
that.
pants, you
If
want
you
that
wear
belt.
pants,
Yeah.
you want that belt.
Yeah.
That's right. And people have asked me, they're like, "How do you sell an indestructible product?" Because
I only need to sell you one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
that's okay.
Lifetime.
engineered obsolescence is a cuss word in my home. And so I was like, well, guess what? There's 350 million Americans.
Yeah.
There's 7 billion people. If I sell one to each of them, I think I could retire.
You'd be
Oh,
all
you
right,
get
yeah.
The buckle might wear out before the belt does.
And don't forget the dog.
Yep, super
belt.
collar, baby.
Yeah, got the dog
There it
collar.
goes.
And on top of that, now I've got one for jeans and casual wear, but I also have a narrower one that I wear with my suits, and now you're up to 2 belts a person.
That's right.
And then there's black
And if they buy both
brown.
colors, that's 4, and super collars, exactly. I might be able to put my kids through a non-liberal college.
I want 20% of whatever it is.
Where are you going to find a non-liberal college?
Okay, YouTube University.
All right.
Oh, man, thank you.
All right. We have 3 firearms in studio. You can see them at the Facebook page, Gary on Guns. And I got to tell you, this first one surprised me because I really hate staging.
You're kind of a trigger snob.
I am.
Yeah, and that's not a bad
The reason,
thing.
No,
the
it's
reason
not.
I like the 1911 is because I know once my finger is on the trigger, it only takes a titch more pressure, and it goes when I want it to go.
That's right.
When I'm staging a trigger and I have to pull it back until I can feel where the pressure, I don't want to have to do that. And when I want to shoot, I want to know that it's going to be there.
Yep.
So you pass around this Ruger, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Gonna be another one of
another
those.
one of those things.
What the heck? This trigger is
Isn't that nice? So
This
what you
is-
have there is the Ruger Security 9, a great product from Ruger, 15-round magazine capacity on this version, and it has a great trigger. It is set up with a manual thumb safety, and has a standard light or accessory rail, at the 6 o'clock position right in front of the trigger guard. Just a
I
wonderful.
like the sights. It's real easy to bring in.
Real simple ball and box sight system with white accents there, and American made, value priced $415 as a
Nice.
brand new product from Ruger. The Ruger Security 9. This is a winner. I mean,
I think this is going to be my next gun. I think I'm going to have to buy one of these from you because I complain all the time. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, come on over.
I complain all the time, and I've talked about it on the show that I have to carry single stack firearms because they're usually too wide. That Security 9 fits me perfectly, even with my tiny thumbs. This thing is awesome.
And you combine that with the trigger pull.
Yeah, this is
It is just
fantastic.
really. This is a really nice firearm, nice handgun, nice pistol. What's the price break on that?
$415.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really? That's it?
Yeah,
Well,
$415.
that's impressive.
Good price.
Oh, I'm liking
This
it.
is a great looking gun.
Oh.
Is this available at your Brown Station?
At the Brown
Brown
Station
Station
location.
location.
Yeah, over
Okay.
at Modern Arms.
All right, you got to be careful because these guys come in and they'll say, here's this fabulous, magnificent firearm. And you go, well, how many do you have in stock? Well, that's it.
I've got this one, and I think I've got one or two in the back also.
Do you?
So we got some back stock on this. And right now, I know I can reorder them. If I sell through this stock, we'll have more of these coming in.
I'm telling you.
It's a good product.
And you have
you're-
9mm in stock
yeah,
too,
and
right?
I've got ammunition to
Thank
sell
God.
today. Yay!
Thank God. Well, I'll give you the gun, but there's nothing that can come out of it.
How many rounds?
15
15
is
rounds.
the standard capacity on that, yeah.
All right, I'm
awesome.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you like a trigger pull that doesn't require a long stage,
Yeah.
a great grip,
Yeah.
9mm, which is a terrific round now, the way they've fixed that ammo, this is the gun for you.
Yeah.
And at a very affordable price
Really
point.
affordable
Yeah.
price point.
Lifetime warranty from Ruger. It's just a solid.
It's a great size for a
Solid
CCW gun. That's
Yeah.
what, because I can pretty much only carry my 1911 outside the waistband. This looks like it'd be perfect for inside.
Yep.
This
And you
was-
got an inside the waistband holster for this in stock too?
We do.
Wonderful.
All right, so this is actually way lighter than a 1911.
Oh, yeah,
A
way
lot
lighter.
easier to conceal carry.
Very much so.
Holds
yeah.
a lot more bullets too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
15. That's
yeah, that's...
I've got 15 once I get all 3 mags together.
Yeah. Hold it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I got one more.
Okay, hold
One
on.
more. One more. And yeah, what are these toys? That's one of the coolest looking shotguns I've ever seen.
So Larry gives me the pistol, and I'm thinking, yeah, well, that's nice. And it is. I mean, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
But what I'm really drooling over is this shotgun configured like an AR.
Okay, so it's a bullpup design from Radical, imported from Turkey, but this comes with flip up sights on it, 2 5-round detachable magazines. This one's set up as an AR, so it's got an AR style charging handle behind the rear sight, 18 and a half inch 19 barrel. It is threaded with choke tubes. So literally anything you want to do with a 12 gauge, you can do with these Radicals. It's a great range toy. It's an incredible defense tool.
What a great home defense tool.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Because the bullpup design brings that breech or that chamber back behind the trigger and shortens the overall length. I think we're probably in the 28, 29, maybe 30 inch overall length on this gun, with an 18 plus inch barrel. So it's a
That is
great
a
design.
really cool looking gun.
We have seen through COVID.
too heavy for me. Sorry, Larry. Too heavy.
You're strong enough, Sheree.
no,
You're strong enough.
I need a lighter one. For
You know what? You got the
me.
Ruger.
Yeah, you got the Ruger. Grab
Yeah.
that Security 9. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and the beauty of the bullpup design is the pistol grip that you hold on to is really pretty much centered below the weight.
Yeah.
So it probably tips the scales at I'm guessing 7.5, maybe 8 pounds
Yeah, it's
total
not
weight.
heavy at all.
So it's a fun little gun. Standard cross bolt safety, familiar bolt catch and charging handle to the AR operators. It does have an integrated cheek weld, so we can raise our cheek weld up if we add any other optical sights on there we wanted to match. Imported from Turkey. but a great product line, the Radical NK1 Bullpup 12 gauge.
And Radical's the manufacturer?
Radical's the
Name of the company.
That is a very cool looking gun, man.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
How mucho dinero?
Yeah.
$545.
No way.
That's all.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's a great deal.
That is an amazing price.
I'm telling you, you have just knocked it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, you
today.
did. And how many of those do you have in stock?
We can fill your needs.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And you have 12 gauge, right?
I do. I've got I've got some defensive slugs and buck right now. Field loads are still really tight.
Right.
It's tough to get the bird shot for sporting clays and upland game right now. It's coming in, but slow.
If you believe,
Buy a shotgun.
Buy shotgun.
Creepy Uncle Joe.
if you believe that a shotgun makes for a great home defense weapon,
Yeah.
this makes for a great shotgun home defense weapon.
Yeah.
It is the perfect combination.
It's
Well, and especially with the length, like you said, it's like what, 30 inches overall?
yeah,
Is that what you said?
probably a little under that.
It's such a great if you're having to move through your home.
Yeah.
That is such a good brings you much closer
Yeah.
to the body, so you're not 4 feet out in front. You're carrying your bird gun when by the time you go around the corner, they've seen you 15 minutes
in
ago.
another zip code.
Yeah, that is a very cool gun.
But wait,
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
Another
did not-
Ruger, right?
This man did not come here empty-handed. We'll share what's
Brought some
next.
toys.
Next on Gary on Guns. Go ahead, talk. See if we can hear you. No, that'll teach you. You be nice.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice next time.
All right.
I take back all those things I said.
You don't have enough time. We only have a half hour of show left. All right.
I hope they're having as much fun at home as we are here. This is a
We're having
blast.
too much fun.
Too much fun.
Yeah, this is not the.
And we've got way better toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you could have these toys too.
what now? What are you hanging on to?
This is the Ruger Carbine. This thing is super sick.
That breaks down,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, not like in breaking down.
Not
it just
like
comes
my
apart.
car.
It's
Yeah.
takedown.
Yeah, it breaks
It's
apart.
takedown. Yeah, so that's the Ruger PC Carbine, 9mm, fluted 16-inch barrel, threaded, because we also sell silencers, ghost ring sights, accessory rail, again for a flashlight on the front of the forearm. It does have an integrated scope rail built right into the receiver, so we're not having to bolt anything on to add our optics.
All right, now we don't have the cameras on. Otherwise, you would see every time Larry points out something on this rifle, Ellis touches and points to it.
Oh, I forgot this is radio.
Like we're on
this is
TV.
radio. I'm so sorry, guys. You can't see me? Come on. Where are the
It's
cameras?
like it's the Home Shopping Network,
yeah.
and he's demonstrating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not as good looking as Vanna, guys, but I'm trying to showcase this.
Trying
Say
to.
you're
This
not,
is
yeah.
awesome.
Comes with the 17-round magazine. The neat thing that Ruger did when they designed this, so it runs on the same magazine body that our Ruger Security 9 handgun runs on, so we can put this 15-rounder in that gun. But they also designed it, and it comes in the box, a magazine well adapter, so you can run your Glock double-stack 9mm magazines. So any of your Glock family of magazines from the 26, the 19, the 17, even their large 33-round magazines lock right into this PC carbine, and it takes it's probably a 4-minute switch to take the gun apart.
So you don't have to be a professional gunsmith to do this.
No. I mean, it's a simple,
Easy change.
as simple as a screwdriver or an Allen key, whichever.
That is slick.
So it's a great little carbine. There's a lot of the competitive games that people are shooting these in. They have a pistol caliber carbine class for a lot of classification for a lot of the competitions. So a lot of guys are running these in competitions. It's an ideal range toy. It's a great defense tool. It's really well appointed, Ruger quality, and this one hits the market at $625.
Man,
That is not
I
bad.
mean, it
every
is-
one of
it
these,
is
every one of these
value-packed.
firearms has come in with an incredible price.
Great price
What's the
point.
trigger pull like on that? I didn't.
Not bad at all.
I don't know. It's good trigger pull.
Yeah, that's smooth here. I'll let Gary play with it again. Well, and
That would be the end of the show.
He's the trigger snob, yeah.
the polymer construction's nice,
It's not a trigger snob.
Well, I say that as a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's a nice thing.
You're discerning.
I'm just yes, that's right.
Snob.
I'm discerning.
There you go. Discerning consumer.
Yeah.
There you go. Multi-syllabic. He is moving on up in the world. I'll tell you.
Well, and the polymer construction, it's got really good grips on it too. So that hatching, it feels great.
And
Very
it
comfortable.
is a takedown version, so we can take it down to half the size, pull the barrel off.
Yeah.
And your optics stay zeroed because of the way the chamber is integrated into that.
That's
it's a good
really
Really
platform.
nice.
Well, plus,
That
if you
is
buy the
nice.
Security 9, you buy 5, 6, 7, 10, however many magazines Larry
Yeah.
wants to sell
And
you.
those will all run
And they
in
all
the
you just
PC
switch
Carbine.
between the two. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's the perfect range. That you load one set of magazines.
Yeah.
You shoot the handgun for a little bit, shoot the carbine for a little bit. That is a fun range day right
That
there.
really does make a lot of sense.
Very much.
Yeah.
And same caliber. You don't have to buy rifle caliber, handgun caliber. You got all this stuff just 9mm across the
Almost
board.
like we planned it that way.
Almost like you planned it.
Yeah.
He's twisting his mustache over there.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. All right,
Very
so
cool.
ammunition is starting to roll in. It is a
It's
little
getting
bit.
better. I'm still concerned for the whitetail harvesting season for deer season this year. I'm not sure
I've
we're
never
going to
heard
see.
it called that before.
I'm not
whitetail harvesting
Oh
season.
my gosh!
That's
I mean, they're
awesome.
delicious. I love those things.
I thought it was deer season.
Yeah, no, that's great. Harvesting though, that's way less.
Isn't that a state holiday
holiday,
in
yes.
Missouri that whole week?
Deer season.
whitetail
So
harvesting?
I'm not sure we'll have the full selection of ammo by then. I mean, we're making every effort we can to come up with the hunting ammo. It's just the manufacturers have focused on the high demand items of 9mm and 5.56
Yeah.
primarily, and doing those caliber conversions at the factory takes the factory out of production for a number of days. When
Yep.
it's sitting there making all it can. So we're hopefully optimistic. We're trying to source everything we can to get the needed ammo for deer season coming up. Whitetail harvesting season.
Whitetail harvest. I like that. That's a great phrase. I'd never heard that before.
Well, is deer hunting offensive now or
Me
something?
either. I never heard it either till I said it.
Are you serious? You just made that
Well,
up?
I mean, just I
that's
heard myself,
fantastic.
but I couldn't think of the word deer season.
That's super. Yeah, that's super PC. That's super PC. Whitetail harvesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're just gently taking them from the forest right to our freezer.
I can taste tenderloin now.
Oh, when
Making
PETA
my
gets
mouth
through with
water.
us.
Oh man.
Oh, they're going to be so upset. But, a couple things I want to talk about modern arms because...
At the Brown Station location.
Yeah, we don't want to let that slip by without saying it. You have a lot of firearms that are used.
Yeah, we sell
gently
a
used.
lot of used guns as well as new guns.
But your used firearms come with a kind of, you back them up.
Well, we do. I jokingly say we stand behind them because you can't stand in front of them. But if we sell you a used firearm and if it's not fully operational, fully functional as the manufacturer designed it, I'll buy it back at the price you paid. There's no risk buying a used gun from me. I don't have the luxury of test firing each of them. Our staff, we give it a physical, a visual inspection, a physical inspection. We decide it's worthy of us hanging it on the shelf and selling it. It's no fault warranty on all of our used guns. It's a great way to have a good firearm that's gently used. It's really rare that we see a gun that's worn out. They're made so well, and I've seen them abused or
Right.
neglected,
Right.
and you get a lot of rust and things that can really damage the gun. We don't buy those because I know when I sell it, I'm going to give a guarantee on it. But yeah, it's really rare to find a gun that's worn out or broken like that. It has happened. I've had it. I've sold a gun that wasn't fully functional, and just like I said, we bought it back at the price we paid. I think we actually got that one fixed and returned it to the customer. That was their choice. Either way,
right.
but yeah, no risk warranty.
Gary, can I tell you a quick story on
No.
that modern arms?
Oh yeah, let's do
I
that.
was
Brown
in-
Station
Are you going to
location.
say something nice about Larry?
We don't allow that.
No,
All right,
I
then-
wouldn't do that.
Then go
We're
ahead.
out of time now.
Then go
Just a few weeks ago, I took a family member into Modern Arms.
At the
and-
Brown Station location.
Yes, and they had a firearm that they didn't want or need, and took it in. He took it as a trade-in, and they put that toward a brand new firearm. And he was great advice for this person, and his expertise was awesome.
We love to trade.
Yeah, Larry knows
Guide you
his
through the
spit.
process.
Larry knows his spit. He is really. and you've been in this industry for years, for
a while.
decades, for
Yeah.
75, 80 years.
A lot of gray hair. A lot of gray hair.
You're listening to Gary.
I don't see a lot of gray hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
He grew through it. I say from 10 feet back.
If he put his hat on, you wouldn't be able to tell.
His neck looks like he's blowing bubble gum. Gary and Guns, Hot Talk 93.9 Eagle. 35 minutes after the hour. Larry, why do you feel
Well, I was
like
just.
you have to have your eye on these firearms all the time?
That's why I only bring 3, because I can keep an eye on 3 guns. Bring 30 guns in here, I'd be going home with 22 of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you set. I like how you set that one behind your behind your chair.
A black
sorry,
gun
what?
against
Yeah.
a black background.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy to get you that PC carbine, but you got to come buy it.
You
At
know,
the Brown Station location.
the shotgun, as much as I like the carbine, I think the shotgun is...
That thing is cool.
That is
Yeah.
really it.
We can get both.
Yeah.
You give me one, I buy one?
Yes. Give one, buy one, as long as you pay full price for both.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, no. See, if give, it's a whole different word definition.
Can you define what is?
Oh, yeah. And I love the Ruger pistol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure that's
really-
my next gun.
Security
That's-
9.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Yeah, and at that price, I don't
That's
know how you
amazing.
go wrong. I'm just telling you right now, if you don't like a long stage trigger, this Ruger 9 is perfect for you.
Yep. And if you don't have gigantic hands like Gary, if you've got a little bitty thumb like me, you can still carry a double stack pistol like that. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So you're still holding on to that PC carbine?
He
pretty
is.
tight
Oh,
there,
he's
right?
like death
Yeah,
grip.
he's just like
You saw
white,
that.
white knuckles over there holding on to that thing.
Okay.
Hey, wait, no.
And now he's doing that. He gives one back, takes the other one.
Yeah, well, I just want to.
We can sell these to you. That's not a thing.
I'm liking this. I
Yeah.
really do. Ruger
Here,
Security
put
9.
this 17-round mag in the Glock, or I'm sorry, in the
Ruger. Security 9.
Ruger Security
Ruger.
9.
That's the
It's
Ruger.
not a stinky
Yes.
old Glock. It's a
So
Ruger.
that will that'll give you a a larger round capacity. Magazine sticks out 3/8 of an inch there.
Well, you know what?
That's not too bad at all.
That's actually better for
Yeah,
me.
Now you've
for
got-
as big as his hands
Yeah.
are, that's a perfect
if you're
size.
Sasquatch size, you got to.
Sasquatch.
Really?
That's a term of endearment.
Can I have a 9mm round? I just need one.
No, I don't bring ammo. Not with my mouth. I don't pass out ammo.
Oh, man.
I only need one.
It even says down the side, firearm will shoot whenever the magazine is out. So it goes right down the side. It says that there.
Yeah.
You see it? It says fire.
warning
It will
label.
fire even if the magazine is not in.
Wow. That is just really nice.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
you. Yeah.
What's the largest Ruger mag that?
I believe 17 is the
That's the
largest
biggest one they'll
capacity
go?
that Ruger makes. But like I say, for the PC carbine with that
You can do that
magwell
Glock.
adapter, you
Yeah.
can use the Glock family of magazines.
33 rounds. You said that's there. That's awesome.
That is just nice.
Yeah.
So much fun.
You deserve a new gun, Gary.
I know. I feel like he does. Right?
Yeah.
I think I have enough.
What?
That's not.
But
You have-
Gwen's
that's not
birthday
a
is
thing.
coming up. What about
You know
Gwen?
I'm off. You know what? I just remembered I'm off the hook for that.
Uh-oh.
About a month and a half ago, we were shopping, and I bought her that Kel-Tec 9.
Oh, the Sub 2000, the folding
2000.
carbine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great.
She calls me from across the room. She says, "Gary, have you seen this?" Just this look in her eye, like, if we're ever going to share the marital bed, I better buy this. And I said,
That's a good woman right there.
this will be your birthday present.
Perfect.
And so I did. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't even have to take her out to dinner.
Yeah, you can just put a bow on the carbine and just put it
I
right.
haven't been married as long as you, but you better still take her out to dinner.
No Gary steak at Cece's?
Well, now
yeah,
let
the
me
Nolan.
explain. Let me explain how this works. Before right after we got married, I said, "Listen, birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, there will be no gift. Do not expect a gift." And I'm telling you right now, you haven't been married. I'm just giving you some advice.
Yeah, my eyes are the size of saucers
you set
right
the
now.
bar-
I'm
you
like,
set the bar
what?
that low.
That low.
Let me explain. You every birthday, an anniversary, you get your wife a gift, right?
Of course, yeah.
All right. What happens if you forget?
I've never forgot.
Yeah, you would never forget.
I don't forget.
What
Yeah.
happens if you forget?
You don't forget.
You
don't
are
forget.
in trouble,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Absolutely. So I got that over with the first year.
You just
Now,
set
was
the
this
bar that
after?
low.
laid
Was
down
this
the law.
after she signed the paper, or did you say this before?
This was my
Because that might have stopped the proceedings.
that was my first wife.
Oh, man.
As I recall, I did not do that.
This is Gary on guns, not Gary on relationships.
All right, so I'm holding this.
man.
I'm holding this firearm, and Larry will not take his eyes off. Of
No,
it. At first, I thought maybe he was enamored with me. But then I realized his eyes were looking at the firearm.
Well,
My eyes are up here.
inventory control.
Oh,
you know.
squish! All right, take it back if you
Oh,
will.
that's clean.
But that is really, really nice. All three of those weepons are just outstanding.
I
He
only
wants-
see
Now
two.
he wants the magazine.
Where's the third one at?
He wants the
Okay.
magazine.
Are
now.
you set for socks and underwear? Anything else you need? Let me know.
I've got all three guns back in my control.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can relax
I mean,
now.
he was. Yeah.
He's such a stickler.
Let me see the belt. Oh yeah. So now I got my belt from you. My belt's from you, and you said, and it's on your website. There's a way to measure the length of the belt.
Right, yeah, so I don't do like, I wear a 34 pant because everybody's so different. What we do is I actually have you lay out a belt and measure from the tip of that buckle to the middle of whatever hole you use the most, and I make that the center hole. So these are not like somebody makes an order, I pull it off the wall and throw it in a bag. No. There is all kinds of customizations. You're holding that one there. That one's got the 7 holes at the 1-inch spacing. Also, this is great for conceal and carry folks. I can also do 1/2-inch spacing on the holes, which is wonderful to give you that kind of that microscopic change if, that holster's a little bit different size or whatever. And almost no other belt can do that just because the material can't handle it. So we've got all kinds of customizations, and then I custom hand make it to exactly their size. If they tell me it's 43 3/4 of an inch, that's where that center hole goes, so that I know they are perfectly sized. And then they've got 3 inches of growing and shrinking room.
I'm telling you, unless your house burns down, this is the last belt you need to buy.
It is fire resistant, but not good. I can put a flame to it, but yeah, the whole house burns down.
then
Save
you
the
gotta
family,
replace
but
it. But then you got to replace it. And I know there's a video up on your website where you actually tow a 4x4.
2 of them. Yep, we pulled 2 different
Really?
trucks. Yep.
I haven't seen that.
With the belt he's holding right now, and the holes
Is this
still
the
haven't
one that you
stretched
were
out.
using?
Literally, that
Wow.
that is my personal belt that I've used for all the videos.
Ooh.
Hey, I wiped it down with
I
Clorox.
don't know. No way of knowing that. Brian, give
But
me
it's
some hand
antimicrobial.
sanitizer.
Lightly used.
Some hand sanitizer, please.
Yeah. We're saying Larry will sell you the stuff to put on the belt. I'll sell you the belt. Cherie will make sure that you get to keep whatever you put on
That's
the belt,
right.
and then Gary will teach you all about it.
That's awesome.
We've got you guys covered.
Yeah.
Full package.
Absolutely.
Whoa, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. How did we go there?
Sorry.
I had control.
No, it's gone.
Started off
It's all good.
No.
You started out of control.
Yeah, that's probably true too. All right, so ammunition is starting to lighten up, and you can get any of these firearms that we've discussed at Modern Arms.
At the Brown Station location.
And you can also talk belts there.
Yeah, Belt Boy. We'll take care of you at thesuperbelt.com.
Yeah, there you go. And then, Cherie, I got nothing to promote for you.
That's all right. I'm working hard for the people.
As opposed to
When
hardly
do they
working.
need to vote for you next? When do we make sure to keep you in?
November 22.
All right.
Then that's my last, be term limited out.
Oh, it's too
They
bad.
will just bring you up to the Senate, that's all.
Yeah.
They're going to stop this.
Yeah.
All right, you're listening to Gary on Guns, Hot Talk 93.9 Eagle. Oh, we're here. Yes, we are. 40 oh, God, help me. 48 minutes after the hour, and we affectionately call him Belt Boy. It's Ellis Bennis, and it is thesuperbelt.com. I got 2 of them. I know Scott Van Kirk has the Super Belt. He loves it. You're now making...
We got other
Damn near
uses for that too, don't
almost got me too. But you got dog collars
Yep,
too.
the super collar.
And anybody, and it's not like a plastic dog collar, and it's not that leather dog collar. This is the same material that you use in the belt.
Exactly.
Virtually indestructible. You can not only just clean it, you can bleach it.
Yeah.
It can be that clean.
If you've got a stinky dog collar, throw it away. Buy one of these.
Stinky dog collar.
Stinky dog
this
collar.
is the cure for the stinky dog
Stinky
collar.
dog collar.
I can see the TV commercial now. Stinky dog collar in your home. TheSuperbelt.com.
That's right, baby.
Do I need to register the domain name stinkydogcollar.com?
I own so many domain names. It's not even funny. I'll buy more. Oh man,
Could be. I'm telling you, Belt Boy, this is something you better look into.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Belt Boy.
Yeah.
All right. Then Larry Wayland is in from Modern
At
Arms,
the Brown Station location.
where he brought in three.
Now,
absolute-
where's he located again?
Brown Station location.
In my legislative district, of course.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Center
by
of
there.
Cherie's district.
And then Cherie, speaking of Cherie Tolson Rice, welcome back.
Hi,
Glad to
Gary.
have you with us.
Can I tell you about something I wanted to mention?
No, not on this show.
It's gun related, I swear.
All right.
Oh, good. That'd be the first time we talked about guns in a while.
So, as a shooter myself, and I really recommend people, practice. And there's a lot of private ranges, that charge fees. But right here in my district, north of Columbia, Missouri, and there are other places, we have a Missouri Department of Conservation shooting range, free and open to the public. You can go out there and practice at no charge.
That's wonderful.
It's not free.
Well, we pay for it in a sales tax. So Department of Conservation is funded by a sales tax that you pay every time you buy something. So it's your tax dollars. You should take advantage, of it.
That's cool.
That's not a bad idea. There are places around town, too. There's Target Masters.
Yes.
They've got an indoor range. And then
Green Valley is
Green
in
Valley.
my
Yeah,
district.
Green Valley, right.
and Green Valley's got an indoor range and an outdoor range here.
At
on
the
outskirts.
Columbia location.
Yeah,
They have
Columbia
two.
location.
I didn't know Green Valley had indoor. That's awesome.
That's sort of an indoor, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah, they've
indoor.
got-
I've been there.
I have not been to that one. Is it fairly new that they
no,
built it, or
it's
has
part
it
of
been
their,
there a
part of their
while?
original club on,
Okay,
on
okay.
Hinkson Creek Road. Yep.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Even though that's in my district also, I always use and go to the one at the Hallsville location,
Yeah.
and it's home of the
Bianchi Cup.
Bianchi
Bianchi Cup.
Cup International.
Yeah, I've talked about that because I shot in that.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing as hell. I'm not saying that I did horribly.
You weren't last place.
Well, actually,
You were.
well, I'll tell you how bad it was.
No.
The folks at Ruger wanted me to remind everybody that I was shooting
with a Glock?
Gary, I did the same thing. So the Columbia Police Officers Association were having a fundraising shootout at Green Valley a few years ago, and Chuck Basie and Sarah Walsh and I tried to compete against all these law enforcement officers from around the state of Missouri. So of course I came in last, but hey,
You came and shot, and it was a good
I was
fundraiser?
out there and raised some good money.
That's
and
awesome.
it's always fun. You know what I love about these kinds of organizations? When you get together and you have these contests, and these are the very people you're trying to beat. They're your competitors, and if you're having a problem, they'll walk up to you and
They'll
say,
help you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
"Yeah, what do you need?"
Yeah.
And they'll invariably and inevitably come up with it.
It's a
it
great
is-
community, the competitive shooting sports. It's just some of the finest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the people listening to this program don't need this preached at them, but we get all of this, we just inundated with all this information and all this misinformation about, gun owners are the most violent people on the planet and they're just waiting to want to shoot somebody. I was like, you're never going to meet nicer or more helpful people in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to see you safe and succeed more than the gun owner community.
Exactly.
You know, we want to see you safe. Like, that's our primary goal. Disarming you makes you less safe.
Less safe.
Yeah.
If you have a gun in your home, you know that you're protected. That's what we want. And we want, and anybody, I mean, I know you talk to Larry, you talk to Gary, me, anybody. If we can give you any sort of decent advice on buying a firearm, having one, how to carry, what gear to buy that we've tested, because we're all gear snobs too. That's what we're here for. Please ask us those questions. 'Cause good Lord, we want you to be safe. We want you to have this stuff.
And who doesn't? And all the stuff that we do, holsters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've got holsters.
So many holsters.
I'm still I think I'm going to find the perfect one next. I'm pretty sure the next one's going to be perfect.
That's like having the perfect gun.
I can get
It's
one. I
never
can get a
gonna
holster
happen.
made with you, can I?
Yeah, we've got the custom holster builder now. So
Do you make those with Kydex?
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very. Is that like I can bring in my firearm and you'll fit it right too?
Custom fit, yeah.
That's cool.
It's an affiliate service. It's not one directly from Modern Arms.
Yeah, but you used to do these things every once in a while. This is pre-COVID. I remember you were doing these things where people would go in, bring their firearm with them, and he would make.
Yeah, while you wait. But now it's a you can have it custom made for you. Even especially if you've added a flashlight or change the accessory setup where it wouldn't fit in a factory holster, we can get you a custom Kydex holster. Price on those, I believe, is from about $65, depending on the materials and the
really reasonable.
attachment mechanism, either inside or outside the waist holsters.
Can't go wrong
Custom
with any of
Kydex
that.
Yeah,
holsters,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then is that our pen, by the way?
It is. I'm getting ready. To take
Oh,
it.
he's going to steal it.
Are you watching me now?
I'm watching the pen because
I'm taking the chair. I'm taking the complimentary trash can over in the corner. I'm taking these posters.
Yeah, I like the posters. I want to hang that in my office.
I'm just getting even a little bit here. I don't trust you with my pen. You might just try and take it.
I was going to use
We got
that
adoption papers,
I was going
though.
to use that to help fill out adoption
If
papers.
you want to buy this, we'll work on a deal.
And you can't give me pens, Gary, because I cannot take gifts.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That
would
right.
be,
That's right.
Yeah.
but
So
you
don't
could-
give me that ink pen.
But you're a politician. You could steal it.
No, not this one. Not this politician.
I know.
Well, what
you
if he
would.
just made a donation to one of your no, never mind. That was
No.
I do take campaign,
campaign contributions.
All right.
that's-
Before I run out of time, there's one more thing, one more aspect of your business that I want to talk about, and that is and especially with COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people struggling. They either want to sell a firearm to they've got more than one. They can turn it into cash to pay bills.
Yeah.
But they can also borrow off.
Yeah, we also are licensed to be able to loan money on firearms, and we can help bridge that gap for a short term need. Bring it in. We'll be happy to evaluate it. Give you a cash loan on that, and they can come back and reclaim that and pick it back up with fees involved. So yeah, it's another service we offer. But yeah, for people that want to sell used guns, it's still a great time to get good value out of good used guns. We're a buyer every day. We are always constantly buying firearms.
Don't try to mess with Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Just go to Larry.
Yeah,
That's
come see me.
going to be so much safer.
We'll get you, trackable receipt.
Yeah.
Do you get estates? Do people with an estate come to you and say, you know what,
Yeah, we've helped liquidate a number of estate collections of firearms. We recently bought a big group of Winchester rimfire rifles. We've got a bunch
love
of those
Winchester.
displayed in the store. So
That's
worth
where-
stopping by.
where
for.
is that at?
Modern Arms at the Brown Station
Brown
location.
Station location.
All right, Belt Boy, where can they find you?
TheSuperbelt.com.
TheSuperbelt.com, and everybody knows where they can find Cherie.
That's
She's in
right.
the State House, fighting for our property and her rights. And
Just not on Twitter,
but
Gary.
not on Twitter. No. Whatever it is in life that you want, go out and get it. Don't wait for the government to drop it in your lap. You make it happen. You seize the day. Carpe diem. Gwen, baby. Honey, I'm coming home.